bless y'all. I pray that God blesses your hearts and souls today. Me and my husband was studying in the book of Acts, and we noticed something. And so I dived a little deeper, and I want to share it with y'all. I posted it on Facebook. So I'll pull it up and read it to you. Okay, while in Bible study tonight, my husband noticed that Acts 20, last verse, didn't finish the thought, but left it with a comma. Acts 21:40. And when he had given him license, Paul stood on the stairs and beckoned with the hand unto the people. And when there was made a great silence, he spake unto them in the Hebrew tongue, saying, and that was the last verse. And I had never seen it happen before. Leaving you hanging until the next chapter. I've never seen it happen like this in Scripture. But it directly picks back up in Acts 21, verse 1. Acts 21:1. Men, brethren, and fathers, hear ye my defense, which I make now unto you. So my husband, John, was curious about it, so I did some digging, and here's what we discovered. I asked the question in Acts chapter 20, at the end of the chapter, it leaves it with a comma, and then finishes the last verse in the next chapter 21, in the first verse. I have never seen it do that before. Is there a reason? And it said, you are exactly right. The end of Acts 20, verse 38, in many translations, like the New King James Version, closes with a comma, and the sentence continues directly into Acts 21:1. This happens because the original Greek text did not contain chapters or verses, or numbers. They were added centuries later, and in this instant, the break was made in the middle of a continuous narrative scene. Here is the reason for this structure and why it happens. Continuous narrative flow. Acts 20, 36, 38 describes a highly emotional scene where Paul kneels and prays with the Ephesians elders, knowing they will never see him again. The end of verse 38, and they accompanied him to the ship, sets up the immediate and next action, which begins in 21:1. Now it came to pass that when he had departed, we came. The we passages, chapter 20 and 21, are part of the we sections of Acts where the author, Luke, is traveling with Paul. The narrative is a direct travelogue, and breaking the chapters in the middle of the sentence makes the transition from the tearful goodbye to the sailing voyage feel abrupt. Arbitrary chapter breaks. Chapter divisions were added in the 13th century by Stephen Langton, and the verse numbers in the 16th century by Robert Estienne. If I'm saying that right, I'm not sure. Well, while helpful for narrations or helpful for navigations, these breaks sometimes interrupt the flow of the original author's narrative, and as seen here. In short, it is a textual reminder that the chapter breaks are arbitrary, and the story is meant to be read as one continuous account of Paul's journey to Jerusalem, despite the comma at the end of the chapter. So there you have it. It was interesting, and I was so glad we dived into that little detail a little further. Because I'm telling you, every little jot, every little dot, every little tittle means something. And there's a reason for it. And I had to just look deeper into it. So I wanted to share that with y'all. Hope y'all find that interesting. God bless y'all, and y'all have a great day.